Round 6 of the 2015 USMTS Hunt took place here on a beautiful Friday night at Mississippi Thunder Speedway in Fountain City, Wisconsin. Again, there was another outstanding field of cars, and all the great race fans here were treated to a terrific feature event that went 40 laps. Jesse Sobbing set the pace early, and early yellow bunched the field back up. Zach Vanderbeek jumped out to the lead, and he would never lose it once he jumped out front. Jason Hughes ran second. Jesse Sobbing for the second night was inside of the top 3 as well. Let's hear from all 3 of those drivers, starting first in victory lane with Vanderbeek.
I just was going to let Jesse set the pace there. He was, he always takes off good, and the track was a little greasy, little hooked up, and I figured he'd take off, and so I just kind of watched him, and then we got that earlier restart with about 10 in, and seeing the 12 and the 20 was back there, I knew they'd be fast, and we just got around Jesse and kind of just ran our own line and kept the car straight, and the car was really good tonight, and I don't know, it was a lot of fun.
Setting the pace out early, did you ever question yourself, do I need to go a little harder, am I going too hard? How did you find a good speed where you were comfortable and your car worked good and where you felt like you could keep everybody else at bay?
Well, I made a little bit of an adjustment there right before we went out, just to kind of help the car kind of stick the right side tires a little better, and that just brought the balance in where the car needed to be. So really, the car was working so good, I really didn't have to really second guess how to drive it. It's kind of just driving around there, and as long as I kept the brakes loaded right on entry and rolled through the center and rotated good, the car would exit really nice. So I felt like I had a really good hot rod. I felt like I had something that could keep those guys at bay, but those guys have been so fast this year, but we've been working hard and not giving up. So it showed tonight.
What kind of confidence did you have pulling out for the AMA, knowing you qualified so well and we're going to have a good starting position?
Well, that's more than half the battle, it seems like, in this deal is getting a good draw and qualifying good, getting in that redraw and drawing that number 1 pill. Keeping those fast cars behind you is a lot easier to keep them behind you than to try to pass them, and everybody's so competitive in this deal. So I had decent confidence in the car after the heat race, but it's been a long year, so this definitely is going to boost it big time. So I can't thank my sponsors enough for staying with me. Casey's General Stores, my parents, my nephew Nick. There's all kinds of people that help me on this car, and we want to keep showing them that we can do this deal.
You've done this a long time. It's obviously never old to sit in victory lane. Curious, you cherish these wins a little more now after you've had several years of USMTS racing, maybe more than you did when you first started?
Yeah, and it's actually been better the past few years. We had those good runs and early on in the Skyrocket days, and growing up with Kelly Shryock, being him kind of mentoring me and showing me how this deal's done. I can respect that guy more than anybody in the pit area when he's here. Those moments were special. Any of these USMTS wins are special to me, but now that we're out here, kind of doing it on our own and working at this LG2 chassis, kind of do my own thing, and so I kind of feel like I'm in an island a little bit, but it's it's something that I don't mind, because it's a good chassis. Those guys do help me out a ton, and so those wins do feel more gratifying when that we're out here doing it at the level we're doing it, and able to get it done.
Second night here, we've had to dig ourselves out of a hole. Last night the track wouldn't allow to pass, and tonight we just kind of dug ourselves a hole and missed it in the heat race, and kind of learned a little bit in the B and moved out for the A, and we had a really good race car. Worked our way from 12th to 2nd again, and just didn't quite have enough for Vanderbeek there, but keep getting these front finishes up here, we'll be all right.
At what point did you know that you were going to have a really good race car to push forward?
About 3 laps in, the track started cleaning off for the little bit of water they put on it, and the car really started taking off, so I knew we had a really good race car right then.
Were you excited there at the end? Zach closed in on lap traffic, about 10 laps to go, and you were just right there behind him. Did you think you had a chance?
I was kind of glad to see lap traffic. I thought maybe if they messed him up, we'd have a chance, but the track kind of laid down there one lane, so I knew we wasn't going to get much if we was out in the open.
Last week we had a few bad runs, so it's good to have a couple top 3s. I mean, we're happy with top 5s, so like I said, we'll take it running with these guys.
Was there anything different you've done to your car here the last 2 nights to get you back up there, or are you just having some good luck and the brakes going your way?
I mean, we might have figured a couple things out, but I think we're just staying consistent, and that makes a big part in keeping up with these guys. We've had good success in everything else we've ran, and I mean, we've had good success in this stuff, and obviously I'd like to win a few more, but I mean, running a top 5 with these guys is